Today on our 2010 Pontiac Vibe GT, we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the CURT Class 2 Trailer Hitch receiver, part number C12221. As you can see, some of the cross tube is visible underneath the vehicle. It's going to be a Class 2, it's going to be 1 1/4 inch by 1 1/4 inch. You're going to have a 1/2 inch hitch pin hole. It's going to have a plate style safety chain loops. Gives you plenty of room for different size safety chains. It's also going to have a reinforced collar on the receiver tube, give you a little extra stability. Now this hitch is nice and tucked in behind the bumper, so you're not going to have to worry about hitting your legs or your shins on it. You're going to have a max tongue weight of 250 pounds, which is downward pressure on the inside of the receiver tube. You're going to have a maximum trailer weight of 2,500 pounds, which is your trailer and your load included. Now I do recommend checking your owner's manual to make sure your vehicle can withstand that amount of weight. Now CURT does require the use of stabilization straps for any non-wheeled loads. Now we'll give you a couple measurements to help you when deciding on any hitch mount accessories you may need, such as a bike rack or cargo carrier. From the center of the hitch pin hole to the outermost part of the bumper will be about 4.5 inches. From the ground to the top innermost part of the receiver tube will be about 11 inches. Now it's a good idea to get a raised shank for better ground clearance. Now let's show you how to get this installed. So to begin our installation, we're going to have 4 mounting points. If you look right here on the bottom of the frame, you're going to have 2 factory weld nuts here on the driver's side, and over here on the passenger side you're going to have 2 more. We're going to need to clean these out because they're open to the elements. They get dirt and grime and everything up in the threads. So we're just going to take some lubricant, spray it up inside the holes, and then we'll take a 1/2 inch tube brush and we're going to clean them out real good. And you can find this tube brush here at etrailer.com. You can do the same thing on the other side of the vehicle. Sometimes that tube brush may not get that cleaned out enough to get your bolt in, so you may have to use a tap and die set to clean out the threads to get your bolt in. All you need to do is just look at this bolt size that's going into the hole, and you want to find a tap that's going to be the same size. And you're not re-threading, this is just cleaning it out. We're just going to thread it in there. When you first start putting the tap in, it might be a good idea to use just a wrench. Once you get it started on the threads, you can use an electric drill if you want. Just don't go at too fast of a speed. Because if you start out with an electric drill, you might have the tap twisted in there and it will just make new threads in there in the wrong direction. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our hitch, we're going to set it up over our exhaust on our passenger side. We're just going to let it rest there. We're going to take one of our bolts, our conical tooth washer. You want to make sure the washer or the teeth on the washer are facing up toward the hitch. Once we get one side in, then we can put one in on the other side. Now we go ahead and put in our remaining hardware. Now we'll take a 19mm socket. We'll tighten up all of our hardware. Once you have all your hardware tightened up, we're going to torque it down to the specifications and the instructions. And then we're going to repeat that for all remaining hardware. And that'll do it for the CURT Class 2 Trailer Hitch receiver, part number C12221 on our 2010 Pontiac Vibe GT.